In my last video, I've said that I'm again going on a dopamine fasting for one day because I just fucked up my dopamine system again. So that's why I need a reset. And ideally, I should be taking more than 3 days, but it's kind of hard for me to maintain discipline for that long. So that's why I just set the target low so that accomplishing the target become much easier. And yeah, I've successfully finished one day of dopamine fasting, even though I've taken some level of dopamine. Uh, but I think I was not that strict this time, and normally speaking, it was a good session or a good day, I can say. Like, I have watched uh, anime for 2 hours, but I don't call that breaking my dopamine fasting because I did not include that in my challenge. The challenge was about refrain from porn, masturbation, and also doom scrolling and social media and long chat session with AIs. So that was the thing that I included in my challenge. So that's why watching anime did not break my challenge, and so did my daydreaming. Yeah, sometimes I do daydreaming because it helps me to escape the reality. Sometimes I need to do that because reality is very disappointing for me. Anyway, I think uh, even though I'm not still in my baseline level, but I'm still way normal than before, at least than last 4 or 5 days. So, do I again need to start dopamine fasting? Maybe not a strict one for now, but I think I need to maintain some unofficial rules like stay away from jerking off as long as possible, social media. Well, it's been a few weeks that I'm not consuming social media that heavily that I used to do before, and I think I'll just control my screen time as much as possible, and that will be all right. So I'm not setting a strong boundary this time, but also I'll be mindful of not crossing my boundary or limit. And by the way, for almost 1 month, I was suffering from lack of sleep. Not only lack of sleep, but irregular sleep. Because someday I was sleeping at night time for 3 or 4 hours. Someday I was not sleeping. Someday I was sleeping at daytime. So my sleep was very fragmented and also was not on time. So I had many side effects. Most devastating side effects were my memory were really jumbled. Like if I ate something like 2 hours ago, I don't even remember that I have eaten or not. I don't even remember what day is today. What did I do yesterday or the day before? Uh, like I was like a zombie, and there are also other side effects. I can count many. It will take me a lot of time to think about the side effects, but I was not comfortable at all, and I was really feeling like I'm dying from inside. And um, the most, the thing that affected me the most was memory because my memory was always good. So seeing my memory decaying like that really uh, affected me mentally, and that's why I've researched. And when I got to know that my sleep is the reason for that jumbled memory, then I fixed my sleep, and nowadays I'm sleeping at mostly 11 to 12 a.m. Sometimes, I'm sleeping at 1 a.m., max 2 a.m., but mostly 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. That's my current time, and I'm sleeping more than 9 hours, even sometimes 10 hours a day. Even I slept 12 hours on another day. So my sleep is like too much, like more than usual. Maybe my body is recovering by sleeping a little bit of extra, but I don't think that extra sleeping is necessary. I think timely sleeping 8 hours for months will be enough to recover. But I don't know why I'm sleeping extra, and I think it is even harming me more because I'm getting more lazy and I don't have that drive or that high energy or enthusiasm that I used to have before. I've lost my age in that area. So I think oversleeping also has side effects, and I really think I should get back to usual sleep schedule, but I think I'll let my body to rest a bit more as I really um got my body too overworked by not sleeping properly. And right now the exam is still 2 months far, so I can just rest assured and take a bit slow. And by the way, to tell you something, today I really felt like not making the video. And normally I have this urge many times, but still I continue because I've built the discipline and the identity. But ever since I've missed one day, I'm feeling like missing more days. So that's why I'm fighting my inner resistance more often than not. And somehow I beat my urge to call off this day, and I have just started shooting. I didn't even know what would I talk about, but just when I started the button, somehow my mouth is just speaking, and I think my thought process and speaking has gotten to a level that I don't have to think for many seconds to talk, or I don't even have to use much filler words like I don't even have to use those filler words anymore. Maybe I have some grammatical errors or some vocabulary issues, but at least my speaking is much more articulate than the time when I started out. So even though my YouTube journey was really uh, a failure, I think, but still I will call this full failure because my English has really improved, and so did my discipline. Uh, well, I have to speak for 10 minutes, right? 7 minutes already passed. You see, like sometimes you have to just start. Like starting is the most difficult thing. You feel like speaking for 10 minutes today. I don't feel like it is. It's very difficult. But when you start, it becomes very easy to finish. Like I remember yesterday, my body was not feeling much well mentally or physically, but I said, alright, rather than calling off this day of workout, let's just do few push-ups. And when I just did few push-ups, I did total 80 push-ups in 3 sets. Then I did workout for triceps, and I also did workout for shoulder. So, and today I was also fasting, and when I was fasting, so normally I wouldn't have worked out while I was fasting, but still I did, and I did biceps and lats workout today. And normally I knew that it would be a very hard thing for me because pull-ups is something that I really don't like to do. It's like too much effort I have to give to do pull-ups, but still I like said, all right, let's just do few pull-ups, and few pull-ups turned out to be 30 in 3 sets. So starting is the thing that just takes you the most effort, but once you get past the starting line, you get into a momentum. So that's why people often say that you use 2 minute rule. 2 minute rule is basically you just say you don't have to do things for half an hour or 1 hour, even though if you need that. You'll say that I'll do that for 2 minutes and I'll just quit. But when I start and do for 2 minutes, you don't like to stop because you get into a momentum. And to just stop right after 2 minutes just also like kind of hurt your ego if you have some healthy ego in yourself. So that's why it's very effective to start 2 minutes, then you just beat up the urge to not start. But I don't even use 2 minutes rule much, rather I use something like I just break down the most simplest form. Like if I have to do this amount of work, I don't say I'll do for 2 minutes. Rather, I say just divided it to the little bit of atom size, and I'll just do that, and I don't care what I do next. And when I do that atom size of thing, yeah, I found the momentum. So rather than bounding by 2 minutes time, I just bound by work because when I bound by time, what happens is sometimes I feel like, alright, 2 minutes have passed, if not stop now, let's stop 5 or 10 minutes later. So when I start by the thought of time, I tend to quit early, like not 2 minutes, but at least 10 or 15 minutes. But when I say I'll do this amount of work, like I just assign myself work accomplishment, even if it's little, then the momentum from so much that I stick for sometimes even 1 hour or 2 hours. So that's why I just divide that into manageable chunks rather than a little time. So that's what works for me. By the way, 10 minutes already passed. See, it's not that hard. So yeah, I'm not even customizing thumbnail anymore because when I'm just on a line of fighting with the urge to quit or not making video, then thinking of fancy things like customized thumbnail or for great content kind of just makes me hard to stay consistent. So consistency is more important than perfection. So yep, I'm finishing this here and I'll hopefully make another video tomorrow. Not hopefully, I'm giving myself words. I'll make another video tomorrow for sure.